So right now, if you're aware of what the last video entailed, we actually got the truck out of the garage. And the reason for that is we're trying to get moving on doing the Opel motor swap. So tonight's project is we're actually, now that the truck is out of the way, gonna go get the Opel. Now, Robin, Cody's wife, has been nice enough to offer to drive us over there, go pick it up, and play chase vehicle so that we can try and get it over here if it's able to make it. Last time that he drove it home, it had some mechanical issues.
May not have blown a head gasket. I don't know.
It might be even worse than that. We don't know. But we're going to get it as far as we can. His AAA will cover it most of the way. Mine will definitely cover it. But either way, that thing's coming here tonight, and we're going to be able to start doing the motor swap this week. So this is just kind of letting you guys know that's what we're doing. And go ahead and get a pen. This is the first time you'll ever see this garage completely open. It might even be the last. After 1 hour of open garage,
You're gonna shove something else right back in it.
we're gonna get started on something a little bit more fun.
Oh, your neighbors must love you.
Yeah, not so much. We are currently in Cody's garage trying to get it started so we can try and get it home. It's a little cold-blooded. For shot. Well, that was eventful. We went to fire it up and realized that one of his spark plug wires is barely attached at all. One of his spark plugs was actually backing out of the block to the point where we don't even know how it was actually doing anything, but he was definitely losing all compression on one of his 4 dilapidated cylinders. And then we barely got it out of the garage, so I set his idle at 4,000 because it would barely run, and now he's just gonna send it. And hopefully it gets close enough to home that we can do something. We'll let you know how it goes. We currently have a high idle condition. Fire out of the exhaust, unburned fuel, and it's running real bad, but we are moving. Well, that's running real bad. But he's only got like a half a mile left before his AAA will pick it up instead of mine. So we're gonna see what happens. See if we can make it across Van Buren. It's like it's a real busy intersection. How many miles to home? AAA will take it! We don't even know how it's running. It's blowing a pretty constant stream of fire. But we've made it to under 4 miles to the house. So AAA will definitely take it, but my instructions to him were, get her as close as you can. So I think we're just gonna ride it to death all the way to the house if it'll make it. So bravo to him, but she's still moving, and we're pretty close to home at this point. So here she is. We're almost there, guys.
I could have swore that cop at the gas station was going to jump in it and come pull us over because this thing was spitting fire.
He definitely would have had some questions. We have made it back to the Wackadoo garage.
Oh, limping on what, 2 1/3 cylinders, maybe?
Hey,
1.5.
1.5, give or take.
I found your pliers.
Found the pliers. They were under the hood the whole time.
I left the pliers in the engine bay.
There you go.
But it is here, guys. So if you've been following along for a little while, you know that one of our first projects that we attempted to get started on was Cody's Opel GT Project Blitz. Now, because of some scheduling issues, we weren't able to get started on it nearly as soon as we wanted to, although we started laying some of the footwork so that we could do exactly that. Now it seems like we're going to be able to do it, so we went ahead and got the car here so we could start.
Well, I just want to give you guys a reintroduction of sorts. The last time you guys saw this, it was the first video that we had actually put on the channel. It was supposed to be the first project car that we were doing for the channel as far as a new build goes. Due to some time constraints and work issues, that all went to hell in a handbasket, but it gave us time to work on the truck and get the floor pans done in that. But now that we're done with that, and it's got 4 doors, it's time to get going on Blitz.
So, for those that are new to the channel and have not seen this car at all, what is this car? What is a rough shakedown of what's done to it, what the plan is for it, and what's about to happen over the next couple of weeks?
So 1972 Opel GT. Opel is German, it's a Kraut car, but this was a California car from its inception. Came stock with a 1.9 liter inline 4-speed, and nothing else really special about it other than its good looks. Where it sits now, motor's got issues, it's time to get the swap. So we found a 2000 Mazda Miata that was a very good starting platform for the Triumph for Bronson. So we decided to do the same thing here. We're going with 2000 Miata, 1.8 liter with a 5-speed. We're going to start with NA, get everything running, work out all the bugs, and then we're going to boost it. Because why not?
That should put us at a healthy horsepower that'll make the power to weight on this thing a blast to drive and a competitive track car ultimately.
It should, and just for the record, so we can actually have it on camera, the goal is 250 horse, 220 foot-pounds at sub 2,000 pounds overall weight. So we're trying to build a little go-kart out of this thing and make it go fast on the autocross track. Now, from the last time you may or may not have seen it, there have been some changes, although not very many. We've added 15x8 wheels all the way around all 4 corners. We've also been able to do some body mods. We've got a front air dam with a splitter to help direct some of that airflow. Got the majority of the paint back down to its factory yellow, 1972 canary yellow, and added some racing stripes.
And those are the Steinmetz inspired.
Yeah, good old Steinmetz inspired. It's a German race team. And then I spent a little bit of time hand crafting and hand molding a little spoiler off the back end, because fun fact, at about 110 miles an hour this thing actually creates lift, not downforce. So with the power plant we're trying to put in it and the speeds we're trying to go boosted or even NA at this junction, realistically we can't afford to have any lift. We need this thing planted.
Now, our power plant here, this being a Mazda Miata BP 1.8, what did that make factory?
About $140, give or take.
So just by putting this motor in, we're going to be doubling the horsepower of the car. So right out the gate, it's going to be a much faster, much more reliable car to drive with some more enjoyable amenities like fuel injection, so it starts up every time.
Exactly. You're going from a 1970s carbureted inline 4 with 0 efficiency or reliability to a turnkey fuel injected double overhead cam inline 4, just all around badass little reliable motor.
So what can they expect to see in the next couple of weeks? What is our time frame, and where are we going to start? What's the plan?
Right now where it's sitting, we got to get hood pulled, we got to get everything disconnected, we got to get motor trans out, and then we can start really having fun. But it's going to go fast. I think this thing's going to be a cinch to take out, and then putting everything back in, we're going to take our time, make sure everything's done right, make sure everything's done so we don't have to do it again. So along with that, we got a lot of custom kind of one-off things we want to do at the inside of this engine bay. There's a big void space in the nose that we want to utilize. We want to try to use as much space as we can to fit everything race car into this as possible. So got a lot of things coming, got a lot of things planned. Stick with us. It'll probably be realistically about 2-3 weeks of actual working man hours to get this thing done. But we're going to chug at it pretty much every day for the next 3 weeks until it's done and it's driving out of here under its own power.
So we both still work full-time. We're essential employees. So we're going to see what we can get done. We're going to be working on the weekends as well as pretty much every night after work until this thing moves out of the garage under its own power. With that in mind, it might be kind of a constraint to edit all the video and do everything at the same time. So it's important that you guys engage what you want to see more of and what you want to see more content based on. If you guys want us to be more thorough about any particular aspect of the build, go ahead and let us know in the comments. If you want to watch the rest of this build unfold as we move along, go ahead and subscribe now so that you guys can see how it goes. Because success or failure, you're going to see it here. But we're kind of relying on you guys so that if you guys have questions that we can answer to help you with your build, if you want to do something similar, you're not looking for answers later after we've already done it. So go ahead and let us know what you're interested in, and hopefully by this weekend we'll actually have this little motor out of here and we can get started.
Yeah, I'm with it.
For now,
Let's go.
Gotta get to work.
Wackadoo out.